So yeah, it is, as you observe, not Wednesday. It is in fact Sunday. But Sunday is Wednesday from a certain point of view. Dude, that light gradient is kind of brutal, isn't it? Yeah, well, we'll just have to do the best we can. So yeah, with all my business trips and other shenanigans, man, I have hardly been to the comic book store. And it kind of sucks. So I do go to the comic book store. It's crazier than Map Game Monday on a Friday. Maybe. I do go to a comic book store and I buy comic books. And I go on Wednesday, which is New Comic Book Day, which is normally when this is. And on a Wednesday, when you go to a Graham Cracker Comics, you get not one, not two. Man, my desk is dusty. I really got to clean this place. Not one, not two, but 3 books for free out of the 50-cent bin. Actually, it's the $1 bin now, but it used to be the 50-cent bin. Inflation is killing us all. And my shop man actually picked out these Popeye educational comics for me. King Features Syndicate right there. Old school, man. Old school newspaper syndicates. Oh, look, this comic is cut badly. It literally is newsprint here. Look how the pages are at the bottom. What a hoot. What an absolute hoot, man. So yeah, marine science career. Let's learn about marine science, shall we? Fishermen now use electronic equipment to locate schools of fish in water. You mean like a fish finder? I saw that in Jaws. Like what, Uncle Popeye? Appalachians men still fish by hand, just as they did 1,000 years ago. But now most fish are caught by great fleets of ships ranging the oceans. Yeah. I keep seeing news stories about ships from a particular country like going in and wiping out like the local fish population. There are less than 6,000 oceanographers working full-time. This number will increase. An oceanographer must have finished college and specialize in oceanography, biology, science, mathematics, or engineering. Technically, some of the work I did went into feeding some oceanography stuff. I'll be honest, you know, as educational comics go, this one is not very unhinged. Is that actually what the sea labs look like? Wait, is that a one-eyed fish? He's very angry. Probably because he only has one eye. So that's a very silly book. We have another very silly book. Popeye and Fine Arts and Humanities Careers. The good old King Syndicate. You know, the comic book guys like this one because they got to draw themselves right there. I went to an art school for 3 years and then worked at various jobs in commercial art before drawing Popeye. Wow, sometimes 3 kinds of arts contribute. Yeah, pencilers, inkers. Oh, letters. Don't forget the colorists. Yeah, others are involved. The colors the art. Yep, and editor in charge. Yeah, it takes like 5, 6, 7, 8 people sometimes to make a comic book. Or if you're Jack Kirby, you just do it all yourself. Boy. Yeah, dance training seems like a nightmare, man. I saw John Wick. I saw Ballerina. I know how that goes. What a weird little book. Where'd they get that picture of me? That's rude. That is so rude. And the third book I got out of the $1 bin for free. It's an old Avengers book that I've never read before. This book has definitely seen its better days, man. Look how far the spine is transposed over. I wonder if it's even possible to undo that. Like if I do this, I think I can actually crease it back into place. Yeah, not really. Now the number yum taste is even yummier. Oh man, bubble yum. I remember bubble yum. Wonder Man always looks like such a goofball. Which is crazy because he's supposed to be like a rich and famous actor. But he never actually comes across that way. Like in pictures of him. Now, Rachel Palmer, do you understand my words? Yes, I do. Please forgive me for probing your mind to learn your language and your name, but otherwise we cannot communicate. And now that you understand me, won't you please tell me what's going on? What do you want of me? Do not fear me, child. I have no intention of harming my first visitor in 2 millennia. Did you say 2 millennia? The city in which we stand is the Shadow Realm, and I am called the Shadow Lord. The last survivor of an ancient tribe which drew from the rest of the world ages before your recorded history began. Oh, man. This is my old ID photo from when I was in the Civil War. You know what? You're probably right. That's probably where they got that photo of me. You know, I'll be honest. This doesn't look like it's that great of a fight sequence. Oh, but we got Hostess fruit pies over here. Scrolls or somebody coming down to get them. The thing is stopping. Yeah, they're like coming down. They're wreaking havoc, and the thing stops them. Hostess fruit pies. Now that's comic entertainment right there. Kind of broke the spine back into place, but it is still just a nightmare. It is still just like a nightmare, man. You know, 204 little like flat figurines for like $298, 1981 actually wasn't that bad of a deal. It wasn't a great deal, especially because it's probably like $5 shipping and handling or something. No, there's no shipping and handling. That includes shipping and handling, bro. That was not actually a bad deal. It's not a good deal, because those kind of toys were definitely like out of fashion at that point. These are like Green Army Men, but worse. But we've kind of got that folded back into place, dude. You just have to like hold this in place with like a big book on top of it for hours. Get it to live that way. Alright, moving on. Because we should look at the books I actually paid for. Horror comic. The 8th one in this set. Plus there's like 2 spin-off series and all kinds of stuff. But the art in these things is always pretty nice. I gotta sit down and actually read this stuff. Maybe we'll, you know what, October. It's Mr. Bean! It's Mr. Bean! Why is Mr. Bean an evil surgeon? What drove Rowan Atkinson to this depth of depravity? What brought him to this lowly state? Fake ads in the back. I love that kind of stuff. It's almost as good as the real ads really are. Look, we were just looking at 100 Revolutionary War soldiers, $298, and here's a 100 for $149. Half the price. Piranha people instead of sea monkeys. I don't know, man. This Ghost Machine stuff's kind of cool. Really, more Rook? Blockbuster Series returns, yeah, like a year later? 2 years later at this point? Who even remembers it? XLG, you'll need to avert your gaze. Alright, we got a Vampirella book coming up next. You need to not look. That goes for anybody else who just doesn't want to see what's under my hand. Alright? So you've been warned. Avert your gaze now. Typical Vampirella cover. Although, you know, that it's actually pretty good like work on the reflections there for latex, isn't it? We are so getting demonetized for that one. I have no idea what's going on in this book because I haven't read the first issue. Oh, Ninja! Just for you, dude. Just for you. Supernatural, the comic book. So that your favorite long-running Supernatural show can go on even longer. Right here. I'm glad I saw this as I was flipping. And I saw the brothers. There you go. Absolutely not. She's looking a little worse for wear. Dude, I have these zombies like Ricker sunglasses. That's rude. Long run. It only had 5. It had like 15. What are you talking about? Did you forget the other ones? The Phantom seasons? It just kept going? Oh yeah. Gaiga! Which is really fun to say when you say it like that. Gaiga! Also, in the context of television, 5 seasons is still pretty long running, dude. Like the Andy Griffith Show only had like, what, 3 seasons or something, right? So, and it's been in syndication ever since. For 60 years. I love those horse gas masks they're wearing. That is very cool. That is very, very cool. I see the interrogation is going well. Hey, there's our favorite nuclear knight. Did you hear that? What was? Look, it was Joe. He's awake. Yeah, and then bad things are about to happen, I guess. Yeah, okay. Same back matter as the Hyde Street book. You know what, we might as well do the other Hyde Street book while we're here. I'm going to stop buying so many books. In fact, I might stop buying comic books altogether. Like, what is even the point? Hold on. Top of the thing. Okay, we're still lined up right. I thought I bumped the camera. What is even the point? Most of the stuff isn't something I'm ever going to read again. I really like the art style. This artwork is very expressive. I love these faces. They're amazing. Remember a long time ago there was a webcomic called Queen of Wands, and it was one of the few times in art I had seen somebody actually draw tongues inside of people's mouths. So when mouths were open, instead of being like a solid red wall, you'd see like the tongue. That was really cool back then. You know, I got another Vampirella book here. Her outfit's a little tattered and jagged on the edges there. You know, I'm surprised Vampirella's clothes aren't made out of blood or something. Like how Bayonetta's is made out of her hair, right? Like, that seems like that's a Vampirella thing. Oh man, this dude's art. I've never seen a comic book artist whose art looked like this, and I've been appreciating this art for years that way. I thought this guy got blowed up on the airplane. Way back in like issue 1. Did he not get blowed up on the airplane? Whatever. Mother is listening. Mother loves you. Oh no! Ninja! They're in Pretoria! They need to run! Oh my goodness. Yep, we definitely got like a cyborg. How flip is going on? Bro. No, yeah. What was even going on there, man? Dynamite Dispatch. Vampirella, Red Sonja, Vampirella, Red Sonja. Actually, I hear good things about the Space Ghost and Captain Planet books that they did, or that they got going on. I guess that's like a comic-only character? I don't think I've ever heard of Pumaira. Alright. New Dune book, Edge of a Crysknife. That's an odd style to render a person in. Maybe it's the angle or something, but it looks like their face is like a mask or something, like the way the jawline is. Like that looks like, oh, it's a collar, isn't it? Or a headdress? No, it's a leather strap holding their headdress on? I can't even tell what's going on there. That's a weird piece of art. Ah, good old Shai Hulud. Ha, good old Shai Hulud. Good old Shai Hulud. What more do you need in a Dune book? Lots of cool politicking. Is this based on a novel? Like, I've never heard of... Is this based on one of the prequel novels that I just don't know the name of? Because I thought all the prequels were like House whatever. Doesn't say. I'm guessing this is based on like a prequel book or something. I just don't know the name of it. Or I just never heard of it, I should say. I'll be honest, I kind of feel like, you know, Dune has gotten watered down a lot. I can't believe this is still running, man. I gotta catch up on this super hard. You know, immortal, good for nothing, mercenary guy. It's a great premise. I think you could have a whole lot of fun with this premise without all of the whatever they got going on here. Like, it really just feels like it's made for wacky adventures and stuff and not like deep whatevers. But that's just me. That's it. That's our stack of comic books for like the past month right there. That's a lot of book. That is a whole lot of book. Was the last comic I actually sat down and reviewed the Pee Wee Herman biography? It's staring up at me from the stack that's under my desk of stuff I've got to put in boxes, except my boxes are all full, so I got nowhere to put it, so it's just sitting there taunting me. So yeah, that'll do us for the new comic book day part of this.